Congratulations! Now you're on the bottom string, the E string, string number 6, and it's just like the top E string here for note names, but as you notice, instead of being E, F, and G up here, now we're way down low with these ledger lines. Now, if you're getting confused, because that's a lot of ledger lines to count, let's look at how to figure out the names of the notes as they relate to the lines or spaces on the ledger lines. So over here I have a little staff here and a tab paper. And by the way, if you want some of this for writing by hand, you can download this from the resources area in the guitar class and you can print it out. You can make as many copies of these as you want. So we have a low E, and on our tab that's going to be 0 on the bottom string. Remember what we said with the staff. If you go up, line, or space line, your alphabet goes forward. And if you go down, space line, or line, space, your alphabet goes backwards. So if we know this is a E, D, this first ledger line right here is going to be your C. If you're a piano player, that's middle C. Now, let's put another ledger line in the same area, and we're going to put a note underneath it. That would be backwards in your alphabet, A, B, C, so B. Okay. Now I want to put another note lower than the B. I'm on a space, so I have to create another line. Now, the note before B is A. I want to go lower yet. So now we have a line. These are ledger lines, kind of like miniature staffs. So now I want to put another note here underneath the A. The A is on the line, so I'm going to draw this note on the space, and that's the note before A. Well, you say, well, A is the beginning of the alphabet. Where do I go? Remember, we only use the letters of the alphabet A through G, and then we start over with A. So G would actually be the note right before A. Now I want to go lower than that. That's on a space. I'm going to make another ledger line. That would be your F. And then now we have 1, 2, 3, and that's going to go right there. It almost looks like I put a 0 on the top line here for the E, right? But that's actually this note right here, the low E, and that's under the third ledger line. And that's your low E. All right, gets a little squishy here with this staff paper tab music, but that's okay. So now that's your E. Let's look at the F. Well, the F is on the 1, 2, 3, the third ledger line, so there it is. And that would be 1 on your tab. And now let's look at the G. The G is underneath the second ledger line, which is right here. And that would be number 3. And that's the third fret on your low E string. All right, so that's how this works with E, F, and G on the treble clef as well as on the tab. Now let's look at the drawings here. You've got 0. They have the fingers pulled away here. I know it's kind of blurry here, but you can see they're not playing anything. And I'm going to use my thumb like piccato, but I'm going to use pugar, P. So I'm just going to play open. Okay, now if you notice, I'm going to play the F, first finger on the first fret, and then the G, third finger on the third fret, and that's just like playing up here. But now you're going to play down here, and then G, F, E. Now it's really important to keep that thumb behind here. Don't choke up on your neck like this, okay? And then you can pivot that arm underneath to reach. It's a little uncomfortable or weird at first. Sometimes people like to go like this, but then when they do that, they get really cramped here with the high string. So remember to leave your thumb behind the neck and just reach over. And there you go. So you can choose to use your pick, as you've been doing. If you're a pick player, you can use your thumb for pugar, if you want to do it that way as a traditional classical or Spanish style. Or if you'd like, you can just rest your thumb here and actually play piccato that way as well. I'm trying to get more of my pugar working here, so I'm going to rest my third finger on the E, second on the B, first on the G, and I'm going to use that thumb. There we go. All right, so work on that, and I'll see you in the next video where we're going to start to play the music, read it, and the tabs.